Y'all crazy. I'm just telling you, this game comes down to this right here.
I'm not with you. Yeah, we're taking him to court.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So other
Yeah,
than
see you in the
that,
courtroom. Congrats, you're going to prison, Floyd.
He makes a load of money doing it. And the business model that he put out there, it doesn't necessarily work for everyone. Okay. But it's a business model. These fighters aspire to be great, but they also aspire to make a load of money.
Reports are spreading that Leonard Ellerbe has hinted Floyd Mayweather could be facing real turbulence after an alleged $42 million scam narrative started gaining traction. According to the claims floating around, Ellerbe's message was basically that business doesn't always go the way you script it. Sometimes deals blow up, sometimes plans fail, and that's part of the game. But the bigger point people say he implied is this: Floyd is obsessed with extracting money from every possible platform, pushing every lane he can, even if it invites backlash, heat, or risk. And now, because of that non-stop monetize everything mindset, Mayweather's name has landed in the center of yet another controversy that keeps growing by the day.
The business model that he put out there, it doesn't necessarily work for everyone. Okay. But it's a business model. These fighters aspire to be great, but they also aspire to make a lot of money.
At nearly 50 years old, Floyd Mayweather is still flooding social media with the loudest kind of wealth. Exotic cars, private jets, designer fits, cash talk, and that "I'm richer than you" energy. But critics say that constant flexing could be steering him toward financial pressure, not away from it. The argument is simple. When you constantly broadcast luxury purchases and massive spending, you don't just entertain fans. You also invite questions, suspicion, and scrutiny. And some people believe the non-stop flex is actually setting the stage for a future where the fortune he brags about today could shrink, disappear, or collapse under the weight of lifestyle, ego, and bad business moves.
It kind of, think it's a red flag when you're 50 years old to feel like almost 50 and still gotta flex on social media. But, people on social media do what they do best, especially black people try to tear each other down. So people start researching, Angelique started researching, and they found out that Floyd was capping. Now, Floyd is part of like some type of ownership group that got a part of it. Then you got 50, they just passing these kids through. So it's a lot of stuff to worry about. But people online seeing what Floyd did or didn't buy, I just find it weird on his end that you still feel like you got to announce every move on social media. And that's his biggest reason why he going broke and why he gonna be broke. He want to keep up with the Joneses. At some point, even, Bill Gates ain't really never lived that lifestyle. At some point, they scale it back. They had their fun. They probably bought the dream car, dream house, dream bitch. They had the fun, but they realized, okay, let me scale it back. At some point, you can't live your 40s and 50s like you 20 and 19. You can't live like that. It's okay, I don't really need a house in Cali.
The $42 million real estate move tied to Floyd Mayweather hasn't played out the way many people expected, especially with reports attributed to Business Insider suggesting Floyd may not be the sole owner of the buildings he publicly implied he bought. According to those reports, the actual ownership allegedly never changed the way the online posts made it seem, which directly clashes with the image that was presented to the public. And on top of that, the investment reportedly hasn't produced the massive returns people thought it would, turning what looked like another boss move into a rare business misstep. One that stands out even more because it clashes with the flawless, luxury-driven, money Mayweather image.
In this article, it states that he's spending $402 million in real estate investment in a 1,000-unit affordable housing portfolio in Upper Manhattan. The portfolio includes over 60 buildings and is one of the city's largest real estate deals of the year.
Wow. Well, Thank you, Floyd Mayweather, for investing into New York.
As a longtime associate, Leonard Ellerbe has had a front row seat to how Floyd Mayweather operates in the business world, especially how money is handled inside the promotional machine. Being a key figure within Mayweather Promotions, Ellerbe allegedly witnessed tactics and decisions up close, not from the outside looking in. One issue that raised eyebrows was the claim that Floyd didn't properly pay GervontaDavis what he earned, which sparked serious questions about how payments, deals, and ethics work behind closed doors. Whether people see it as business, misunderstanding, or something darker, those claims added fresh concern about what really happens behind the curtain when the cameras are off.
Floyd that basically gave him $1 million, came out to Vegas, and they had a whole backstory to that. And I'm pretty sure Leonard was around seeing all that. And what you're saying doesn't sound far-fetched. And I'm not agreeing with you just to agree with you, but like the champ may be hurt just because like you a human being, you could whoop ass, but you're still a human being, right? you may be hurt that you missed the moment. I've also seen guys where, they moment passed and you try to hold on to things and that becomes an element of it. But then also it's just not a Leonard Ellerbe thing. There's a lot of people who may be in position around a Floyd Mayweather, but whatever deal they agreed to at the time didn't allow them to get all the money that they probably could have earned, right? And so he probably sees the infrastructure that Tank doesn't have in the relationship, and he's not saying, hey man, it ain't fun.
Over time, after watching how certain situations unfolded, reports suggest Leonard Ellerbe chose to step away as CEO of Mayweather Promotions, and people took that as a major sign. Because when a trusted figure exits, it often signals more than a job change. It can signal frustration, disagreement, and broken trust inside the circle. Many observers read it as a reflection of deeper dissatisfaction with how Floyd handled business decisions and how people around him were treated. Claims that some individuals weren't properly compensated only intensified that narrative, creating the impression that loyalty inside the camp may have started cracking under pressure.
Welcome to In This Corner. Breaking news, Leonard Ellerbe has stepped down as CEO from Mayweather Promotions. Mayweather acknowledges Leonard Ellerbe, but also says that they will now be joining forces with Richard Schaefer. Why do you think Leonard Ellerbe stepped down? Is it really the end for Mayweather Promotions? As many people say, lots of their fighters have now walked away from the promotional company. Chime in, tell me.
Ellerbe's departure didn't happen in a vacuum, because GervontaDavis also left, and that double exit immediately made fans ask uncomfortable questions about how Floyd manages relationships around him. Floyd publicly brushed it off, saying he made Tank a millionaire and that leaving was Tank's choice, almost like it was no big deal. But that dismissive tone only poured fuel on the speculation. Instead of closing the topic, it made people dig harder into the why, and it pushed insiders and fans to wonder what those exits reveal about tension, money, and control behind the scenes.
GervontaDavis, but I seen recently that he's actually looking to leave. So how does that relationship work? How does that work as far as, grooming somebody, getting them to a point, and then having some differences?
I've always been a gentleman. I've always been respectful. And it's nothing like taking a kid that come from the same background as you and helping them and put them in a position to become a multi-millionaire. You meet a kid, he come up to you for an autograph. You sign an autograph for him, then I tell him, in a few years when you get older, I'm gonna work with you and I'm gonna make you world champion someday. Years later, I started working with him, helped him, pushed him to be great. And if he feels like, he's grew wings where he can fly, become his own boss, more power to him.
Floyd Mayweather has always been the face of an over-the-top lifestyle. Luxury cars, designer clothes, extravagant shopping, and a constant "look what I bought" highlight reel posted for the world. Fans have admired the spectacle for years, because it's entertaining, it's outrageous, and it's pure Mayweather. But critics keep saying that kind of public spending may not be sustainable forever, especially when controversies about business dealings and money claims keep following him. And once those allegations pile up, the same flashy posts that used to look like success can start looking like overcompensation, which brings even more heat to his public image.
Options. I got about 100 cars. But right here, we like to call this the Sweet 16. Lambo, Ferrari, Lambo, Maybach, a Maybach, whatever you want to call it. Of course, the McLaren, the original McLaren. Bentley, Rolls, the Maybach truck or Maybach truck.
Recently, Logan Paul publicly threatened Floyd Mayweather with legal action over millions he claims were never paid, saying he's willing to take the issue to court. Logan's comments were sharp, direct, and designed to land like a headline, insisting Floyd's failure to pay could lead to serious legal consequences. And because this dispute is happening publicly, it doesn't just stay a private disagreement. It becomes content, controversy, and conversation for millions of people. For critics, it adds to the growing perception that Mayweather can be financially reckless or dismissive of contractual obligations when it suits him, even if the other side is willing to fight back legally.
Or is that something that you can't
No,
disclose right now?
he has not paid me in full. That is a fact.
No
Short
way.
a few mil, yeah.
Wow. Still a few mil.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Have you been in contact with him?
Nah, we're taking this for the court.
No, are you being serious? Is this like a
Do I look serious, lady?
You do. I'm just making sure. I apologize.
Really?
I'm just...
Nah, I'm with you. I'm not with you. Yeah, we're taking it to the court.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So,
Yeah, see you in the courtroom. Congrats.
This also isn't the first time Floyd Mayweather has been connected to legal trouble, because he has a complicated history with the law, including previous time in jail. Despite earning enormous wealth, Floyd has often spoken in the past about feeling restricted, showing that fame and fortune come with their own price. Some observers argue his run-ins with the justice system point to a pattern where legal problems and money problems tend to overlap. 50 Cent also added his voice, sharing his own story, recalling how he claimed he stepped in to help run Mayweather Promotions while Floyd was incarcerated. But after Floyd was released, 50 Cent alleges Floyd didn't recognize that support the way he expected and didn't repay money he claims he invested, which adds another layer to the long-running perception that financial disputes have followed Mayweather for years.
It goes on where, it's $300,000 chains being bought and buying the new Lamborghini and all these new things. And I'm sitting there going, yo, when you gonna give me the money?
Because you had already invested.
Right, like when you gonna give me your half of the money back. But I ain't trying to press him because he just got out of jail, right? So it's like, let him cool his heels before you.
Was that in the millions?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you sitting there big and I'm like, yo, so when, but see, the fighters are an asset in themselves. They are that talent, regardless. Right. So I'm looking at him going, so there ain't no pressure there, but I'm saying, when is he gonna say he wants to, to give me the other half of it? Why I gotta ask you for it?
Right.
And then when
are we talking over $2 million?
It's about...
Floyd's response to 50 Cent was essentially that he never asked him to step in. A reply that, for many people, only reinforced the narrative that Floyd has a habit of brushing off loyalty and business expectations. Outside the ring, his name has repeatedly been tied to financial controversy talk, alleged scams, unpaid taxes, and even a story that he was reportedly held in Dubai over unpaid luxury jewelry. Whether every claim is accurate or exaggerated, the accumulation of these stories keeps feeding public skepticism. It paints a picture, fair or unfair, of a man whose flashy lifestyle sometimes dominates the conversation more than accountability, clarity, or clean paperwork.
Turns out that the rumors were true and Floyd Mayweather has been trapped in Dubai for the last 50 days. GervontaDavis was the first to claim it. Now multiple insider sources have confirmed that he is in fact trapped in Dubai for a debt that has nothing to do with boxing. After doing a little digging, it seems that someone in his camp, while he was shopping for jewelry in Dubai, stole one of the pieces, got away with it, and then blocked all communication with Mayweather. Since then, Floyd has already paid for the jewelry, but they refuse to let him go until they get their piece back. And allegedly, this guy right here is the thief that started this whole mess.
Public opinion around Floyd Mayweather's finances remains cloudy because the stories never fully stop. Even though he presents himself as a sharp businessman, many critics describe him as someone who chases short-term profit and viral moments instead of long-term stability. They point to disputes involving friends, partners, and even fans as signs that some of his wealth narrative is built on showmanship, a performance that keeps the brand loud and undefeated, even outside the ring. And that's why people keep questioning not only how sustainable his fortune is, but also what kind of ethics sit underneath the money persona.
AKA Ferrari F50. So 50's obviously going to take any chance that he can to troll Floyd Mayweather. And I don't know how accurate or true this is. 50 said it was true and then removed it off his Instagram like he sometimes does. He'll chime in on things and then remove it. But luckily for me, I know that he does that, so I screenshot everything that he posts. Just because, he'll remove it and then it's hard to find it. I'm like, damn, it was up there. So just for like podcasts and just research purposes, I always screenshot them, have it on my phone. That way if it's removed, it's like, hey, he did post this. So what am I talking about? Let's go over this. 50 Cent has weighed in on a shocking claim in the ongoing spat between Floyd Mayweather and GervontaDavis, saying he believes a belief that was allowed that has allowed him to get in some dig.
When questions popped up about Floyd Mayweather's alleged hostage incident in Dubai, Leonard Ellerbe reportedly stayed silent, and that silence became a story of its own. Because when someone close to the situation refuses to speak, the internet doesn't interpret it as nothing to see here. Instead, people start guessing. Is it loyalty, fear, legal caution, or quiet confirmation that the inner circle knows things the public doesn't? Either way, Ellerbe's refusal to comment only amplified curiosity about what really goes on behind the scenes and how much of Floyd's business world is carefully controlled versus quietly chaotic.
In my opinion, Tank is the best fighter in the entire world. And another terrific opportunity on June the 15th to go out there and show you guys why he's the top dog.
Just out of curiosity, bro, you said that Floyd was kidnapped by the Abu Dhabi folks. Any comment on that?
And again, like I was just saying, again, Tank's that guy. And for all the guys out there in the weight class and around the weight class, he's coming to get each and every one.
And Floyd Mayweather hasn't only been known for luxury spending. He's also been accused of earning money through questionable promotions. There have been allegations that fans paid for events, appearances, or merchandise that didn't play out the way people expected, leaving supporters frustrated and disappointed. A TikTok-style expose culture has only magnified those claims, suggesting that parts of Mayweather's brand rely more on hype, marketing, and perception than consistent delivery. Whether people believe the accusations or not, the repeated complaints feed skepticism, and in the internet era, skepticism spreads faster than facts.
Flabbergasted that the highest paid boxer, one of the most famous people on the planet, Floyd Mayweather, has managed to become a repeat offender as a scam artist.
NFT world, guess what?
Guess
It's about
what?
to drop. And of course, I'm the money man. But guess what?
Sure are.
We're not done yet.
We aren't?
They told me
There's more
we're not
scamming to be
yet,
done.
And it's not over.
Oh my God.
Autograph gloves.
Oh my God. That's incredible. 2,000 people that invest in his NFT project get a chance to win autographed gloves. It's crazy. But you might be asking, did he actually follow through on his promises and deliver these gloves? Of course he did.
Money May, you all know the rest.
Money May, you all know the rest. You just got scammed again.
Another controversial lane tied to Floyd Mayweather involves accusations around cryptocurrency promotions. Despite being extremely wealthy, he has been accused of endorsing crypto projects that later collapsed, with critics claiming celebrities were paid to promote coins that didn't have real value behind them. To some observers, it fits a pattern, monetizing every opportunity, even when legitimacy is questioned and consequences hit the public later. While Floyd's social media still paints him as an unstoppable financial monster, critics argue the reality is far messier. Failed investments, disputes, and broken promises chipping away at the image. And that contrast is what makes the story feel darker. Beneath the luxury visuals, people believe there may be a storm of financial controversy that won't stay buried.
At one point, you were getting celebrity endorsements. One was DJ Khaled, hilarious, and Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
And he posted on his Instagram him taking this what do you call it? The Centra card?
Centra card.
The Centra card. And going and purchasing something with his Bitcoin at a store.
Yeah.
He did that knowing that it didn't work.
Floyd Mayweather doesn't know anything that's going on, really. So, like, what
we all know that.
Yeah, yeah.
The guy can't read,
Yeah.
How much did you guys pay him?
Like $1 million.
He took that knowing or not caring if it worked?
It was just knowing, not knowing, right? Like, they didn't care. He does a million promotions like that. It was basically, you speak to his manager.
Yeah.
He's like, this is Floyd's price. And you send the money over.
Yeah.
The manager makes his little cut from it. And he just says, what do you want me to say? And what do you want me to do?
Okay.
Right? And you just basically give him his script. And
that's it for today's video. If you want the next update as soon as it drops, stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next one.